From Cornwall to Birmingham and Johnston and Bexhill, here's Ruben Spire on the radio.
There you go. Oh, thank you.
Hello to Lillycue. How are you today?
I'm great. Oh God, sorry, my cat left some hair. I'm great. Yeah, I was anxious, not anxious, but I was looking forward to do this interview, and there we are.
It's good. So, can you tell me how long have you been a songwriter for?
Sorry.
How long have you been a songwriter for?
A song. Oh, well, I did some music stuff years ago. I was like, but my first song was released September last year. Was Metal Rhythm in Your Face. That's my first song I released. So it's not even a year.
So, can you tell me more about your debut single that you released back in 2023?
Yeah, so it's a long journey, right? It's like, it's not like suddenly I woke up and hey, I'm gonna make a song. It's like, that's something I always wanted to do, or at least since I was young, and always being passionate about music. And I think there was a point in my life that says, okay, let's do it. Stop like everything's let's stop thinking that everything needs to be perfect before making a song. Just do it. So I set up everything. I set up my software to record, and I went and searched for music plugins for a good metal rock sound, and I started like playing around in the guitar. Like, I'm not a great guitar player. There are better guitar players out there, but like that's the thing. I want to improve by playing, and that's the best thing to do. So, Metal Rhythm in Your Face, that's just what the song is. Like, it's just a test. It's a commercial test. I mean, people can buy it and listen to it, but it's a test. It's like, what can I do? Where do I need to improve? And yeah.
So, where do you get your inspiration for songwriting?
Oh God. Well, from other artists first, not first, but one point is from other artists. Like, I listen to a lot of music, but also in my head. Like, I just think about stuff that could fit well together, and then practically I pick up the guitar and use my ear and like, oh, this sounds good. This sounds good with this. Like, I don't use theory. I'm not a theory person, like music theory, stuff like this. I just use my ear and says, oh, this sounds good. I'm going to do this. Sometimes, like the songs Dragon of Darkness, for example, there's a theme, right? So that I wrote a song around a theme. Other songs are just me trying stuff that sounds good together, and that's the product. So like, it depends from songs to songs.
So, what kind of guitar have you got that you play?
The guitar I have right now is I don't know if I can show it. There you go. It's a Stratocaster, a Mexican Stratocaster. I think now they call the Player Series and not called Mexican anymore. I changed the pickup on there for something more heavy. And I changed also the circuit. So anyway, that's nerdy stuff. That's gear nerdy stuff. But I changed the circuit a bit inside, and that's the guitar I use. My next plan is to buy a 7-strings. I used to have a 7-string, but I had to sell it because, time were tough. So, yeah.
That's what you're going to save up for, buy a new guitar.
Yeah. So I went to stores and played 7-strings. Again, that's my instrument. It's not a 6-string, it's a 7-string, which both are guitars, but there are way more possibilities for me with a 7-string. So that's going to be the next one.
So, can you tell me more about a track that you released called Serious Matter?
Yeah, we want to know about this one. So the name was, I don't know, like you go to the, you go to publish your song and they ask you for a title. And I was like, I don't know, that sounds serious. Let's call it Serious Matter. Like, there's no actually logic between it. It's just like, it sounded serious, so I called it Serious Matter. So yeah.
There's no inspiration behind it.
Yeah, that's it. Like that. Same thing with Metal Rhythm in Your Face. I mean, what kind of title is this? Like, I don't know. Let's put words together.
So, can you tell me more about? Did you see they released this year called "With Intent"?
With Intent. Yeah, this one I wanted to do a catchy rhythm. So that's why the I wanted something that you can, I don't know, bob your head to. Like, so that's where it comes from. And like With Intent was a slow start. Like With Intent starts with like classical guitar, and then it builds up and then becomes more heavy at the end, but not super heavy. With Intent, I wanted something like right now heavy. Like I want like right now you start, it's heavy. I don't want to build up. I want like in the middle of the song, it changes. Like there's a mini solo in it, and then goes slow downs and then go back up. And this one has a bit like, again, the title came when was the time to publish it, but I chose With Intent because it's like, hey, I don't know. I feel that's what the song is. Like it's like super heavy and like focused. Like the rhythm is consistent through the end, right? That's why I call it. I have intent with this song. So that's where the title comes from. I don't know. Like it's. I don't know for other artists. It's not easy sometimes to come up with titles. Like I follow artists. Their songs called like Ideas Number One or something. Like or Blur Song Number Two, right? Like I wonder. Sometimes I don't know, just put something there and just release a damn song.
So, can you tell me about your latest single called "Realize"?
Yeah, so Realize is a really experiment. First time you hear my voice. So I bought this microphone. I bought this microphone to record with it. So I like a bit of techno also. Like I like electronic music. I'm not super into electronic music. I prefer metal. I prefer when it's heavy, but I think that there are other bands that mix both styles together, and I wanted to try it. So yeah, I mixed I started playing with I have like a cheap, you know, controller keyboard here, and I installed some synths, some sounds, free sounds. Like all the things I used were free, but not all the things. But I mean, every electronic sound came from like free sources, and I started playing around with notes, and like that what came. The lyrics came really easy. Like I started writing. So this song was supposed to be a collaboration with another artist, but it didn't happen. So there you go. Because in my mind, I couldn't do electronic or that level. I'm not really an electronic music or producer as well. You know, like there are people that do way better stuff than me, but like I didn't know what to do. But instead of like once the collab couldn't work, I said I'm gonna try this. So I started. I plugged the keyboard in and tried stuff, and that's what came around. Like, and then the lyrics. So I said, oh yeah. I don't know, like let's the theme of kind of a god or another being that sings to you, right? It's just unlock your potential. That's the whole song. Like unlock your potential, become stronger, become who you are meant to be, right? And that came around, and then the title came. Realize, yeah, because you want to realize yourself. That's like this process was more. It was interesting, you know. It was like everything fit, like everything started to fit together. Everything came like if the song had a purpose rather than just like mindless trying stuff. Like,
So you said you're going to be working on a collab. So can you tell me more about that?
yeah, well, we'll see other collabs. Like, I like collabs, but I am a control freak. I like when everything is done the way I want it to do. So like I'll see. Like the next song probably gonna talk about is a collab with Dreamforce, but I would like to do other collabs with people. But like it needs to click. And also, if I don't like something, I say it. I'm blunt. I'm a blunt person. So if like someone do something, I say I don't like that, instead of sugarcoat it or no, I don't like that. So can you do something else? Like so. Yeah.
What about doing another song that of your own, doing more singing?
Well, I plan to sing all the time now. Like that's a dream of mine, playing and singing. So that was just a progression. Like my first three singles are just instrumental, right? So maybe that gave you an idea that my music is going to be instrumental. But I want to be like, singing, and I want to be the person. I want to be the front woman that's singing her own stuff,
Which is good.
Yeah. So yeah, I just did it. So it's just I picked up a microphone. I was a bit afraid, but I didn't. I just recorded, and there you go.
So, can you tell me what's it like to be an independent artist for you?
Well, it's difficult. I mean, I don't make any money. I mean, it's part of like it's difficult. Like for with Bandcamp, I think I made like $60 on like 5 months, But I do it because I like it, Like eventually I would like to, make more out of it. But first and foremost, it's a passion. That's the first thing. It's a passion. But also for me, I have an entrepreneur mind. I like to build businesses and projects. So I see it more than just being a musician. But that's for me, right? Some people just want to stay a musician all their life, and that's 100% okay. I want a bit more. So I have the optic that I want to push my music more with other like merch, probably like, and other projects that are in the work, or in my mind at least right now, in the idea stage. So, but I would say if you want to be an independent musician, don't think you're going to live off your passion for a long while. That's really important, right? Just do it because you like it and you love it.
So, have you got any plans to release an EP or an album in the future?
Yeah, well, my plan would be to, have 7 songs, and I will release them in one album for now. Maybe re-record or remastered some. I think that's the plan. Right now, this model works for me because first singles if you space out your singles, yeah, more people come back to your stuff rather than saying, "Hey, here are a bunch of songs that people will listen to 1 or 2 because they don't have time." The single right now model works because it's like little bites of music, right? Oh, I'm like fans listen to this one, they wait, there's another one. So that's better for you to get known, I think. That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe other musicians will have other input on this. The album or EP, like more projects will come, but I'm not ready yet for that. There's some stuff I want to try still. Like I have other ideas for my next songs in my mind, what I want to do. I want to try stuff, and then once I'm comfortable, yeah, there's gonna be there will be at least an EP and albums, and yeah.
I think missing singles keeps your fans intrigued.
Yeah, that's it, right? And there's a musician I like a lot is Ola England. He has a guitar company called Solar Guitars, and he made a comment that was a bit not controversial, but some people didn't agree with him. But he says, "Hey, the album age is over," and he says, "There's so much stuff going out yet now. Like unless you're really established, release an album. But if you're a small independent artist, release just a bit of songs at a time, because your album will get lost in the noise of so many music going out. There's so much stuff going out. It's crazy. So you have to establish yourself by releasing a bit and give a bit to your fans and stuff like this." So I agree with him. Like eventually there's going to be album and projects and like more visions. Like album will have themes, right? When you release an album, there's themes around this album. But I need to be more established before I do that.
So finally, can you tell my listeners where can they find you on all your social media?
So sorry, can I?
Can you tell me what social media can my listeners find you on?
Oh, I'm on everything. Like most of them is just Lillycue, but even if you search Lillycue, I'm gonna find it. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on like YouTube. I'm on TikTok. I'm on X. but X is not really going super well. But there's also a kind of a clone of TikTok called Clapper. I'm on there as well. So I'm everything. It's like I think it's important to be on different spots to get eventually found out by artists. That's super important. So like social media is a job by itself, you know. Like when you're an independent artist, you have to manage your own socials. But you need socials, so it takes a lot of time. So it's like you need to balance this. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm on everything.
Thank you for letting me chat to you today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah. Goodbye. Thank you very much for this interview.